God bless everyone who's listening to me right now. Remember that every single day I release these powerful words over your lives. These words are going to be a blessing to you, not only to you, but also to your family. Not only to your family, but also to those that are connected to you. Brothers and sisters, this word is don't trust them, because they are planning to kill you so that they can take your position. They are people that are around you, whether you know it or you don't know it, but they are always plotting destruction. They are always planning. They are always putting traps so that you may die. They are only looking for an opportune time when you are weak. Be very careful who you trust. Be very prudent in everything that you do. Not everyone who smiles with you, not everyone who calls you friend is actually your friend. Some of them are your enemies. Some of them have been pretending all this long. You may think that they are your friends just because they sent you gifts, just because they greeted you on the streets, just because they talk to you. It does not mean that they love you. It does not mean that they are for you. They may actually be against you. Be very careful, because there are some people that have evil minds. We live in a world that is filled with diabolic men and women that are always waiting for an opportune time to spread evil, to spread negativity. They are always crafty. Be very careful. They are opportunists. They are narcissists. They are haters out there waiting for you. I want to read to you a scripture that is going to be a blessing to you. Now, this scripture is in the book of 2 Kings chapter 8 verse 7 to 9. I will repeat. 2 Kings chapter 8 verse 7 to 9. And it reads, Then Elisha went to Damascus, and Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, was sick. And it was told to him, saying, The man of God has come here. And the king said to Hazael, Take a present in your hand and go to meet the man of God, and inquire of the Lord by him, saying, Shall I recover from this disease? So Hazael went to meet him and took a present with him of every good thing of Damascus, 40 camel loads. And he came and stood before him and said, Your son Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, has sent me to you, saying, Shall I recover from this disease? Brothers and sisters, this is a scripture that has a lot to learn from. That scripture starts by saying that Ben-Hadad, the king of Syria, was sick. He had a disease, a very terrible disease. So he sent forth his servant by the names of Hazael to go and inquire from Elisha whether he would recover from this disease or not. He did not send a servant empty-handed, because it was a custom in the old covenant that when you go to see a man of God, a prophet, that you carry something. So he carried a gift for the man of God. Now, I want to read to you towards the end of the scripture. I want us to know what happened after Hazael had met Elisha. Now, let us read from 2 Kings chapter 8, verse 14 to 15. Still the same chapter, 2 Kings chapter 8, verse 14 to 15. Let us read and see what happened when Hazael came back to the master, to the king. This is what happened. In 14 says, Then he departed from Elisha and came to his master, who said to him, "What did Elisha say to you?" And he answered, "He told me you would surely recover." But it happened on the next day that he took a thick cloth and dipped it in water and spread it over his face, so that he died, and Hazael reigned in his place. Do you notice that the person who had been sent to inquire for the king's behalf, when he came back with another narrative? Of course, he told him what the man of God said, but he did not say in full details. Hazael had an evil intention. He had an evil intention. The scripture says, but it happened on the next day that he took a thick cloth, dipped it in water, and spread it over his face, so that he died. This man killed the king. Some of you, they are people who have very evil intention. Their intention is to take your position. They want to take your place. You may think that everyone is happy for you. No, they are not happy. When you celebrate, while you celebrate, there's somebody who's planning. There's somebody who's crying. There's somebody who's angered at your success. They are not happy. They want to take that what belongs to you. So be very careful. Don't trust anybody that you see on the streets. Don't trust anybody that you call family. Because Hazael and the king Ben-Hadad were considered to be of the same nation, the same household. This man killed his master. Be very careful, my brothers and sisters. Be very careful, because we are living in the last days. Be very careful. I'll give you an example, just right from Genesis, where one of the brothers killed the other. Cain killed Abel. This happened in Genesis. So be very careful who you trust, that even your siblings can cause trouble to you. Brothers and sisters, this is the end of the scripture. Until next time, God bless you.